Here in the marketplace in Capernaum, in the middle of Israel, nothing ever happens here, nothing changes, and we like it that way quite well.
Here in the marketplace in Capernaum, in the middle of Israel, nothing ever happens here, nothing changes, and we like it that way quite well. Every morning is just like the morning before. There's a certain way the day begins. First we set up our wares, then we open our doors, then we let our customers in. Then we haggle and we bicker and we barter and we argue and we battle till we get our way. Here in the marketplace in Capernaum, in the middle of Israel, nothing ever happens here, nothing changes, and we like it that way quite well. We're still doing things just like our fathers have done for at least 1,000 years or so. Thanks to Abraham, we are the chosen ones, and we must make sure that Caesar knows. So we haggle and we bicker and we barter and we argue and we battle till we get our way. For so long we suffered the Roman tyranny, but one day God will, Messiah will set us free. But till then we haggle and we bicker and we barter and we argue and we battle till we get our way. Here in the marketplace in Capernaum, in the middle of Israel, nothing ever happens here, nothing changes, and we like it that way quite
That'll be 3 shekels. Take it or leave it. What? You want me to give this stuff away? A woman's got to eat, you know. You have a nice day, too.
It looks like business is off to a good start today.
Well, look what just slithered into the marketplace.
Still robbing people blind, I see. It's nice to see that some things never change around here.
Oh, that's interesting coming from the likes of you, Dismas. It's nice to see that you're so concerned about justice and fair trade.
I'm always concerned about fair trade. Just because I don't feel I need to give something in exchange for merchandise doesn't mean I don't care about fairness.
Right.
Besides, I don't see you refusing the special items I bring you to sell. For quite a profit, I might add. Just as I thought.
Shh. Could you be any more obvious?
I just feel that some people have more than their fair share, and I want to level the playing field a little bit. What's wrong with that?
Nothing, as long as you don't get caught. Especially since you have a younger brother tagging along on your exchanges. Hello, Jamin.
Good morning. Pay no attention to my brother. He's just a little grumpy today.
Yeah, so what's new? I'm not worried about him. He'll get what's coming to him sooner or later. But you should think about striking out on your own. Why bother following in the footsteps of a common thief, even if he is your brother? I'm sure this is not the path your mother would choose for you.
Probably not. I'm guessing that's why Dismas is in such a bad mood. It seems that our mother has made some plans for us today.
Oh, really? You're a little old for the rod, aren't you? Although I'm sure there are a few Romans who would like to get their hands on you if given the chance.
That will never happen. If anyone is going to pay for their actions, it will be the Romans. I don't answer to anyone, especially not them.
All right. Seems you answer to someone, since your mother's plans have you all worked up this morning. Just what does she have in store for the two of you today?
Apparently she's been following a certain rabbi around the countryside, listening to him teach about the kingdom of heaven, as he calls it. She's quite insistent that we come with her today to see him.
Oh, I've heard about him. Some say he performs miracles and is gaining quite a following, which has the religious leaders in Jerusalem a little worried. God forbid they lose a little power over the masses.
Well, she's changed a lot since she's been following him. I never thought I would have heard my mother speak so much about God or anything religious for that matter.
Exactly. Where do you think I got my pleasant personality? She hasn't changed. It's all just an act. This is some excuse for her to chase after another man.
Maybe you're right. Regardless, we better get going. I'm sure she's looking for us by now. Besides, I bet she packed some food for the journey.
Well, at least I'll get a meal out of this little trip.
Yeah, spoken like a true man. Hey, Jamin, think about what I said. It's only a matter of time before your brother leads you down a path from which there's no turning back. Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Look, it's the rabbi everyone's been talking about.
Who is he and where does he come from?
Some people say he's deity, and some people say this cannot be. But one thing is certain, no one understands. Who is this man? Who is this man? Could this be the one that John talked about? Sometimes I believe, but sometimes I doubt. What are these feelings? I can't understand. Who is this man? Who is this man? Tell me. Who is this man? Who is this man? Oh, with love and power. What is his purpose and his plan? Who is this man? Healing the blind, making lame men walk. One touch of his hand and the dumb can talk. Everyone's talking all over the land. Who is this man? Who is this man? Tell me. Who is this man? Who is this man? Oh, with love and power. What is his purpose and his plan? Who is this man? 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 Tell me, who is this
Damaris, is that you? Oh, it's so good to see you again, my friend.
Mary? Oh, Mary. When I heard Jesus was coming to Capernaum, I couldn't wait to see him. And I so hoped that you would be with him.
I have so much to tell you about what has been happening. Everything that the angel told me so long ago, it's coming to pass right before my eyes.
I can't wait to hear everything. I've heard that he has performed many miracles.
Oh, yes. I have seen blind eyes opened, the lame walk, and many set free from demons.
I know he changed me, Mary. He saw something in me that I couldn't see. I felt something change deep within my soul. Oh, when he forgave me, I felt clean for the first time since I was young. My life hasn't been the same since that day.
He has done that for so many people, Damaris. I could go on for hours telling you story after story.
And he's your son. Isn't it amazing? Oh, I wish I could convince my own sons that I've truly changed. It is so hard. They saw me at my worst, and they suffered for the life that I led.
Give it time, my friend. Eventually, they will see what Jesus has done for you.
I asked them to meet me here in hopes that they would see Jesus and understand what I've experienced. I just can't seem to find them. I even packed extra food to entice them to stay.
Good idea.
Oh, Mary, do you think he's the one? Some say he's a prophet. Some say a great teacher. But others say that he is the Messiah, the one to set all of Israel free from our Roman oppressors.
Yes, Damaris, I know he is the Messiah.
Master, it's getting late in the day and we're far from the city. Should we send the people away to find food and shelter for the evening?
They do not need to go away. Why don't you give them something to eat?
But Master, that would cost us more than half a year's wages.
All we have are these 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish.
Bring them to me.
Been here for days, I'm amazed at this teacher, carpenter preacher. Lost in the crowds, I hear him now, he's praying, and he's saying, God feed them all. 5,000 men, all of his friends are worried, find bread and hurry. 5 loaves and fish, what can he wish? He's praying, and still he's saying, God feed them all. Could it be the Messiah, miracle man, part of the plan? Could it be the Messiah, life in his hands? I understand it could be. Bread for our needs fully, he feeds our hunger, older, younger. 12 baskets more, can we ignore? He shows us, and he knows us. Is he the Christ? God in his eyes, I realize his power. Strength for the hour. Jesus, his name, they say he came to feed us and to receive us. Is he the Christ? Could it be the Messiah, miracle man, part of the plan? Could it be the Messiah?
Dismas! Jamin! I'm so glad you came to see Jesus as I'd asked. Just look at this crowd. He's already performing miracles. He just fed everyone with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish.
Oh, really? How is that possible?
It's not. Don't believe everything you see, my brother.
Dismas.
It's true. These people are like sheep. They'll follow anyone or anything that promises them something in return. I'm sure this rabbi is just like every other lunatic prophet that travels around foretelling some kind of doom if they don't listen to him.
Oh no, Dismas. Jesus is different. He shares a message of hope. He speaks of a kingdom, his Father's kingdom, where things are much different than what we experience here under Roman rule.
Have you spoken to him, Mother?
No, it's a little difficult to get to him with all the people around him, but it doesn't matter. I just love to watch him. He's so kind and gentle with the people, especially the children. Oh, it's worth the time just to see him, even if it is from a distance.
You know, Mother, I think you might just be right. This might just be worth my time after all.
I'm going to try and get a little closer to him so I can hear what he has to say. You want to come with me? I brought food.
I think we'll just stay back here for a minute or two. We'll catch up with you later. Are you seriously considering robbing this woman right here in plain sight?
Absolutely. Everybody's busy listening to that man that no one will pay any attention to us. It's the perfect situation and opportunity. You distract her servants, I'll grab her bag.
So I say to you, ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be open for you. For whoever asks receives. To him who seeks finds. And to the one who knocks, the door will be opened. Which of you, if his son asked for bread, would give him a stone? Or if he asked for a fish, would give him a snake? If you then, who are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more would your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him?
Children, move back. Jesus is speaking with the people. Step back.
It's all right. It's all right. Let the little children come to me and do not forbid them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these.
He was a man who left with children, who was not ashamed to cry, a man who'd stop to listen while the world hurried by. He didn't shake a million hands or change a million minds. He simply changed the whole wide world, one life at a time. One life at a time. He changed one life at a time. One whose heart was hopeless, one whose eyes were blind, filling us with life and love of a different kind. He filled the world with miracles, one life at a time.
Master, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?
Come here, little one. I tell you the truth. Unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. For whoever humbles himself like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoever welcomes a child like this in my name welcomes me. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin It would be better for him to have a large millstone hung around his neck and be drowned in the depths of the sea.
He said, "Come unto me, come unto me, which are thy hearts, trusting and free. Listen and hear, look and you'll see someone who loves you, singing, "Come unto me." He said, "Come unto me, come unto me, which are thy hearts, trusting and free. Listen and hear, look and you'll see someone who loves you, singing, "Come unto me."
As I watched him with the children, my eyes filled with tears, for I saw again the miracle that he had worked in my own heart. I had been so weary of the world, so soiled by sin, used by men, and despised by other women. But then I met him, and in his eyes I found love and forgiveness and hope. And through his healing, I found in myself the trusting heart of a child and a place to begin again. One life at a time, each change one life at a time. One whose eyes were blind, filling us with light and love of a different kind. He filled the world with miracles. He touched me with his perfect love. He filled the world with miracles. One life at a Jamin, did you hear him? Did you hear Jesus as he spoke?
Yes, Mother. I heard him.
Where is your brother?
He left. He had something he had to do.
Oh, isn't Jesus amazing? He speaks with such authority, yet always with compassion. Would you like to talk to him?
No, I couldn't. I wouldn't know what to say. Besides, there are plenty of others who want to talk to him.
That doesn't matter. I know he would take time for you.
Why would he take time for someone like me? I'm not an innocent child, Mother. I'm sure you are well aware of that.
He took time for me, Jamin, even when I didn't know or care about him or what he had to say. I wasn't innocent. You know that. In fact, that's exactly what he told me. But his words didn't condemn me. They drew me to him and to a new life, a changed life.
That's fine for you, Mother. But what if I don't want to change?
Jamin, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what might happen to you and your brother someday if you don't change. I hear the talk, the rumors of what kind of activities you and your brother are involved in.
Don't worry. I'm careful.
You know the punishment for someone who gets caught by the Romans. Oh, you'd be lucky just to get flogged and put into prison. I can't even think of the other possibility.
Don't worry. I need to go and find Dismas.
Oh, Father, please save my son from the life he's chosen. Have mercy on him and his brother.
Dismas, where have you been? I've been looking for you since yesterday.
Why do you care? I thought you were following me away from the crowd after we robbed that rich woman. But apparently you were too caught up in the rantings of that crazy man, Jesus, or whatever his name is.
I wasn't caught up by him or anyone else for that matter. I just couldn't get away as quickly as you were. I might have looked suspicious.
That's right. You've always been the careful one.
If it weren't for me, you would have been locked up long ago. You should be grateful that I'm around to watch your back.
Now, boys, let's get along. There's money to be made here, and you're wasting my time with your little sibling squabble. You better get out of here before you draw too much attention. It appears we have visitors today.
Lord, may I have a word with you?
What is it that you need?
I have a dear servant who lies paralyzed in terrible suffering.
Then I shall go and heal him.
No, Lord, I don't deserve to have you come under my roof. But simply speak the words and my servant will be healed. For I too am a man of authority. I say to this servant, come, and he comes. I say to this servant, go, and he goes. I say to this servant, do this, and it is done.
I tell you the truth. I have found no one in Israel with such great faith. Go, and it will be done as you believed it would.
What just happened here? Now I know he's crazy. Who would say such thing about a Roman, and a centurion at that?
I don't know. How can one man's simple faith be enough to heal his servant?
Although faith is very rare in a Roman, it's a fact of life for the Jew. Faith is the key to knowing God.
By faith was our father Abraham led to follow God to a foreign land.
Faith were his days numbered as the sand, for he was a man of faith.
By faith Sarah bore her only son, and a mighty nation was thus begun.
By faith in Jehovah was all this done, for she was a woman of faith. By faith now we call God's chosen race. Do we bless his name? Do we seek his face? By faith now we live through all our days, for we are a people of faith. We are a people of faith.
By faith did our brother Moses flee out of Egypt land, out of slavery.
By faith did he part the great Red Sea, for he was a man of faith.
By faith Daniel entered the lion's den, and without a scratch he came out again.
By faith did he learn to be just like him, for he was a man of faith. By faith now we call God's chosen race. Do we bless his name? Do we seek his face? By faith now we live through all our days, for we are a people of faith. We are a people of faith. By faith Jericho came down. By faith was the giant slain. By faith was King David found. By faith in Jehovah's name.
So, what was so important that you brought us out here in the heat of the day and in the middle of this crowd of people?
I have a business opportunity I would like to discuss with you.
Sounds interesting. We're listening.
Well, the Passover is almost upon us, and as you know, Jerusalem will be swarming with travelers coming into the city for the feast.
That's why the marketplace has been so busy lately. Everyone's preparing for the trip.
Exactly. Plus, I hear Jesus is planning to travel to Jerusalem for Passover.
Which means this large crowd of people will be following him. I see where you're going with this, and I like it.
The temple will be filled with worshipers needing items for their sacrifices, plus money exchanged into shekels to pay the temple tax. I hear there's a great deal of profit to be made there.
The city will be crawling with people, rich people. Just the kind of environment I need for my kind of exchange.
But won't there be a lot of Roman soldiers there to keep the peace? Around here, we only get a few soldiers who are easy to avoid. This could be far more dangerous.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, my brother.
Then it's settled. We leave tonight for Jerusalem. We need to get ahead of this crowd and set up shop in the temple before they arrive.
My sons, it is so good to see you here on the hillside. Jesus is coming again today, and I just know great things are going to happen. Word has come back that the servant of the centurion in the marketplace yesterday is completely healed. When they returned home, he was walking and free of any pain.
That is amazing.
I told you, Jamin, Jesus is the Messiah, the one we've all been waiting for. There is power just when people speak his name.
That is ridiculous, Mother. His name is just a word. The only name that carries any power around here is Caesar, and not even his name can heal people.
Oh, Dismas, if only you could see through eyes of faith, you would understand. I pray one day you will see. Please, stay and listen to Jesus. I beg you, before it's too late. He's leaving soon for Jerusalem, and I'm going with him.
It's getting late, Mother, and I have somewhere to be. Goodbye.
Oh, Jamin, please stay with me.
Yes, Mother. I'll stay.
Jesus.
Hello.
He's here, Jesus!
Hi. Hello. It's so great to see you.
Let him through, let him through,
Nice
let
to
him
meet you,
through.
too. Hello. Who touched my clothes?
Master, there are many people crowding around you and touching you, yet you asked, who touched my clothes?
Who touched me? Who?
It was me, Lord. I've been sick for 12 long years with no hope of a cure. But I knew if I just touched the hem of your garment, I would be healed.
Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go and be freed from your suffering.
For 12 long years she suffered, her body filled with pain. She tried so many doctors, yet sickness still remained. With faith she pressed on forward, though some there found her strange. Her hand reached out and touched him, and something in her changed. There is power in the name
Teacher, please, I must speak with you. Yes, what is it?
Jairus, wait! There's no need to bother the teacher. Your daughter is gone.
No, no. Don't be afraid. Just believe. What? Why all this commotion and wailing? The girl is not dead, just sleeping.
Sorry,
little girl. I say to you, get up.
Well, good morning, Jerusalem. Just what do you have in store for us today? Do you smell that?
Yes, and I don't like it. It smells like a lot of dirty tunics, sweaty bodies, and stinky animals have infested the city streets. Not the best way to start the day.
Oh, my brother, that's the smell of opportunity.
I think I agree with you both, but I'll endure the aroma for the payoff we receive when Passover ends. Oh, look. Nothing like a little show of Roman authority to keep everyone on edge around here.
It's just a subtle reminder that we need to be a little more careful in the next few days.
I knew this was a bad idea.
Listen to me. Don't panic. That's exactly what will get us into trouble. You need to calm down and follow the plan, and nothing will go wrong.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I do. Now let's get to it.
One more mile on this long journey, sweet Jerusalem's in sight. See the temple, how it beckons. We will rest at last tonight. We stand here for one more day to watch the fools and all the pilgrims that make up this grand parade.
The name of gold and silver unto travelers on this road. We say welcome to the city. Let us lighten up your load.
in the name of the Lord? Who comes in the name of the Lord?
In the name of all we hope for, brothers, now at last it seems they will make a king of Jesus. This is everything we dream. In the name of Father David, how we both cry out to him to please have mercy and compassion. Now our eyes can see again.
Hosanna, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Who comes in the name of the Lord.
In the name of all that's holy, this has gotten out of hand. Do you hear the things they're shouting? Time has come to stop this
In the name of the Lord. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna.
Jamin, Dismas, over here.
This is quite a sight. There are so many people and merchants.
I know, isn't it great? I think I'm going to make more money here than I do in an entire year back in Capernaum.
That is after we get our cut of the deal, right?
Of course. Who could forget the two of you? You'll get your payment. Don't worry.
After all, a deal is a deal.
Exactly. I always make good on my deals. So, any good prospects yet?
Yes. Yes, there is. We've been following a rather wealthy man that likes to take a stroll through the garden each night around the same time. So, we're planning on surprising him tonight.
It sounds promising.
Jamin, is that you? What are you doing here?
Mother, well, we decided to come to the city to check on you, make sure you were all right. It is kind of dangerous to be here alone, especially this time of year.
Jamin, I'm not alone. This is outrageous.
Den of thieves! This is a house of prayer! Get out! Get out, all of you!
Outrageous! Can you believe what he just did? The man is a lunatic.
He's a blasphemer. He said the temple was his house. He should be arrested.
We can't arrest him now. The people are too swayed by his heresy. We need to take control. We need to put words in his mouth so they'll turn against him. Teacher, you teach and preach what is right and aren't influenced by what others think. You teach the way of God truthfully, so tell us, should we pay taxes to Caesar or not?
You hypocrites! Why are you trying to trap me? Show me a Roman coin. Whose name and inscription are on it?
Caesar's, of course.
Then give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God.
He made fools of us.
And the people love him for doing so.
He must be stopped. He's gaining way too much power. We are losing control.
Something must be done. Something must be done soon. Something must be done. Something must be done soon.
This Jesus of Nazareth is stirring up the people again.
Something must be done. Something must be done soon.
This blaspheming deceiver will bring the wrath of Rome down upon us.
Something must be done, and soon.
We must tell Caiaphas, go straight away to Caiaphas. The high priest Caiaphas will know just what to do.
He'll deal with it discreetly.
He'll handle it completely.
The high priest Caiaphas will know just what to do.
Something must be done. Something must be done soon. Something must be done. Something must be done, and soon.
So, do you have the information we discussed?
Maybe. Are you prepared to keep your end of the bargain?
Of course. This should be enough for your trouble.
Don't be offended if I just make sure.
It's all there as agreed upon. Now, your part of the deal?
The garden. Tonight. Don't be late.
Mary, the disciples said I would find you here. I need to talk to you about what happened in the temple today.
I heard that Jesus chased the money changers out of the temple courts.
Yes, he did. He was so angry, and rightly so. Oh, they're just a bunch of thieves and opportunists. But that's not what concerns me.
Then what is it?
Oh, the priests. They tried to hide it, but I could tell they were furious with Jesus. I'm afraid of what they might do.
Something is happening. I can feel it. Jesus wasn't himself at the Passover meal tonight. He acted as if...
What?
I don't know. Like he was eating his last meal.
What did he do?
Well, he blessed the bread and the wine, and then he said one of us would betray him. Later, we learned that Judas, he was missing.
Why would one of his closest friends betray him?
I don't know. But I'm sure that's why he wanted to come here, to the garden to pray.
Oh, Mary, what are we going to do? Nothing is going as I expected it to when we came to Jerusalem.
We must pray as well, Damaris.
See him there, huddled on the ground. I can almost hear him pray. See his tears, or are they drops of blood? Does it have to end this way?
See him there, huddled on the ground, as the night is growing colder. See him cry, carrying the weight of the world upon his shoulder. Like a lamb led to the slaughter, must you go to Calvary, Lamb of God, why should you suffer? Is it for me? Is it for me? Like a lamb to the slaughter, must you go to Calvary, Lamb of God, why should you suffer? Is it for me? Is it for me? Is it for me? Is it for me?
Get up. The one who will betray me is already here. Judas, you betray me with a kiss? No, that's enough! Am I leading a rebellion that you should come for me with spears and clubs? I was with you every day in the temple courts, and you did not lay a hand on me. But this is your hour, when darkness reigns.
Quiet! What is your testimony?
He's stirring up the people against us.
He said he would destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days.
What do you have to say to these accusations? Don't you have any answer?
He claims to be the Christ.
Are you the Christ, the Son of God?
I am. And you will see me coming on the clouds of glory.
This is blasphemy. We don't need any more testimony. What is your judgment?
Guilty! Guilty!
Take him to Pilate.
Guilty!
misleading the people by forbidding them to pay tribute to Caesar. Are you the king of the Jews, as they claim?
Those are your words, not mine.
I find no guilt in this man.
He incites dissension from Galilee, where he came from, all the way here to Jerusalem.
I repeat, I find no guilt in this man. And if he's Galilean, then take him to Herod.
So, you're Jesus. I've wanted to meet you for such a long time, and well, here you are. I hear you perform miracles. Do you think you can perform one for me, right here, right now? I didn't think so. So, I hear you're a king.
He claims to be king of the Jews.
Really? Then let's get him a robe. My purple robe shall be perfect.
He teaches blasphemy. It is worthy of death.
Death? For pretending to be a king? I hardly think so. But why don't we just play along? Let's all bow to the King of the Jews! Take it back to Pilate!
I told you before, and I will say it again, I find no fault in this man. And neither is Herod, since he sent him back to us. Take him yourselves. Judge him by your own laws.
But we have no authority to execute anyone.
It is your custom that I release to you one prisoner at the time of Passover.
Barabbas!
Would you have me release the
Give us
King of the
Barabbas!
Jews?
Barabbas!
Then what would you have me do with Jesus?
Crucify him! Crucify him!
Crucify!
Crucify
Crucify!
I am innocent of this man's blood. Crucify him.
There's one more small matter to attend to, sir.
Yes, what is it? Make it quick.
We've arrested some thieves as well. What should we do with them?
You know the punishment for that crime. Crucify them as well.
Yes, sir.
words to my grief is too much to bear.
So unfair. Had to be crucified with common thieves at that.
Thieves? What thieves? What thieves?
Oh, Dismas.
Oh, no. No. No, Dismas. Not my son. Dismas, no. No.
Father, forgive me, for they do not know what they are doing. My God! My God! Why are you forsaking me? Aren't you the Messiah? Then prove it! Save yourself and us!
Don't you fear God? Even when you've been sentenced to die, we deserve to pay for our crimes. This man has done nothing wrong. Jesus, remember me when you enter your kingdom.
I promise that today you will be with me in paradise.
Dusty road, an innocent man condemned.
slain from the foundation of the world. For sinners crucified, holy sacrifice, behold the
He left his throne in heaven to come to Bethlehem. And I will not forget the way he loved me even then. And everywhere he traveled, he spoke with words of love that said he'd go to any distance to show what I was worthy of. And when at last that dusty road turned to Calvary, he picked up a rugged burden so that one day I would see. He loved me with a cross. He loved me with a cross. In answer to the call of love, he loved me with a cross.
He knew from the beginning the price he'd have to pay. For my heart had gone so far beyond what other loves forgave. I wasn't on that hillside to see him on that tree, but as my guilt was placed upon him, I knew that somehow he saw me. He loved me with a cross. He loved me with a cross. In answer to the call of love, he loved me with a cross.
Heaven's halls are hushed in silence. Demons scream, their hopes fulfill. The bed of death that they prepare now holds their victim cold and still. The angels weep, Satan laughs, his revelry has come at last. Though he ignores the epitaph inscribed in stone upon the tomb that spells the
Mother? Mother.
Jamin, oh my son. I thought I had lost you too.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It's my fault. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed.
You can't blame yourself. Your brother made his own choices.
Yes, but I was with him in the garden. The soldiers were chasing us, and Dismas said we should split up. He got caught, but I escaped. It should have been me on one of those crosses as well. I'm just as guilty.
Jamin, listen to me. It is never too late to ask God to forgive you and start over. That is the most important thing I learned from Jesus.
Damaris, have you heard? Jesus is alive. His body is gone from the tomb, and he's risen.
What? I don't understand. What do you mean? He is risen?
It all makes sense to me now. He said he would rebuild the temple in 3 days. He was talking about himself. He would rise from the dead in 3 days.
But that's impossible.
It is true. Many of the disciples, they have seen him and they've spoken to him.
Oh, Mary, I can hardly believe it's true.
What's wrong, Mother?
I just can't stop thinking about Dismas. My son, he's gone.
Oh, but don't you see? Everything Jesus said is true. His resurrection proves it. What Jesus said to Dismas on the cross, it will come true as well. You will see him again in heaven.
As I walked into the room, as I stood before him face to face, I was gloriously made new. It was a great and awesome presence, a light bright as any day. As I bowed and knew with the angels, I heard the Spirit say, all rise, all rise, to stand before the throne in the presence of the Holy One. All rise, as we worship the Messiah. All rise. Then I looked at those all around me in their garments pure and white. Every tribe and every nation stood to worship day and night. They were singing hallelujah, praises to his name. As I bowed and kneeled with the angels, I heard